I'm Shelley Turner with the Builderall team. In this video, I'm going to show you how to work with contact forms and email marketing forms and adding them to your opt-in page in your website. So the first thing I'm going to do is choose a website that has an opt-in page. So I'm going to go to Builders and Pixel Perfect and New Websites. And we've got some great simple websites that you can use. All you need to do is click Sales Funnels and then scroll down. And right here we've got Internet Marketing List Building Funnel and then Anti-Aging List Building Funnel. So that's what we're going to use today, is just a basic list building funnel, and I'm going to show you how to set up your opt-in page. I'll just choose that first one, Internet Marketing, and I'll choose Edit. So my template is open, and the first thing I'm going to do is go up to the top right hand side and click Save, and then name my website, and then click Send and Save. And now this template is saved to my site list, so I can go back at any time and edit. And then right here we have our opt-in form, and it automatically comes with a form inside of it, and if you right click on it, it tells you that it's an email marketing form. So we're going to talk about how to set up our email marketing form first, and the way we set it up is we just choose to configure, and here are all the choices that we have to be able to configure. And you can click any of these if you have a different autoresponder. We're going to show you how to set up Mailing Boss in this one. So I'm going to click Mailing Boss. And what it does is it connects to all of your lists, and then you can choose which list you want to add it to. Now I have added this template as a site, and it brought with it a mailing list, and that's this list right here, the Lead Capture Internet Marketing. So I'm going to choose that list. All I do is click it. And now, anytime that form is filled out, the name and the email are going to go straight into that autoresponder. Once I do that, it's really important to click Save and then Save again. So that's how you connect an email marketing form. Now let's talk about a contact form. So I'm going to right-click this form, and I'm just going to hide it. And what that does is it just removes it for now, and if I want to bring it back later, I can just click this eyeball up here at the top, and it shows all the hidden items, and all I need to do is click the arrow and it will bring it back, and then I can click that eyeball again to take that little box away. And if I want to hide it again, just right click it and choose the little eyeball here and click it, and it will make it disappear. So now let's add a contact form in there. So I'm going to go to the plus button, and I'm going to go to Contact. And I can choose any of these contact forms. We will scroll down and choose a very basic one. So I'm going to click this one here. And you can see it's a little big, so I'm going to resize it and then bring it into my form area. And I'll need to right click this. It says form, so that's short for contact form. And I can choose to change the appearance, and I'm going to have to shorten that just a little bit. So I'm going to go into Appearance. Right there's my form. I'm going to click the gear. And now I can choose to resize everything just a little bit. So I'll go to the form fields, and I'm going to change the height just a little bit to make it a little bit smaller to fit into that space better. And now I can actually go in there again, and I can change this black to match the purple. So I'm going to right click and go to Appearance, and then go to my gear. And here's the style of the button. I'm going to click that. And you can see that the background color is showing as black. If I click on that black, I can then choose some colors, including some of the favorites that are for this site. And I'm going to go ahead and click that purple. I might choose that purple. That's even better. So I like that purple. I'm going to stick with that. So now the form is matching my website. Now I need to configure it. I don't like the fact that the first name is after email. So I'm going to right click, and I'm going to go to Elements, and right here are my elements. I'm going to click the first name and drag it up above email, and then click Confirm, and that changes the order of my contact form. Now the next thing I'm going to do is configure it so that every time someone fills this form out, it sends me an email to let me know that I got a new subscriber. So I'm going to right click, and I'm going to go to Configure, and I've got two choices. I can go to the left hand side and edit, or the right hand side and edit. I'll go to the left hand side first and click Edit, And what I'll do is I'll put the exact email right here of where I want to receive the information on my new subscriber. So I'm going to type in an email. Then I can type in as subject, and I'm just going to call it new subscriber. And then I'll put the name of the actual website. So that tells me now in the subject that I got a new subscriber for my internet marketing funnel. For the next item, I don't need to choose a list of coupons, but I do need to configure the action that'll be taken after the subscriber fills out the form and submits their information. So what I'm going to do is click this. I could choose page, document, web address, or pop-up. I'm going to click page, and I'm going to choose select, and I'm going to go down to the thank you page to let them know that we did get their subscription. And then I'm going to click OK. I don't need to edit the automated message. Now I can click confirm. I also have the option of setting the success message. When I click that, it just comes up with a box. And I just typed in thank you for registering and then click confirm. And now I've set it up so that every time someone fills out this form, you will get an email to let you know that they have actually registered. You can also change what the button says by right-clicking the form and going to button and change it to register and confirm. And now your contact form is ready to accept new leads. Remember that anytime you make a change like this, you need to immediately press save and then save again to make sure that all of your changes are saved in the system. There's another way you can set up your contact form. I'm going to right-click this one and I'm going to hide it. And we're going to do another contact form, but this one we're going to set up a little bit differently. So I'm going to go to plus and contact, and I'm going to choose the same form. And again, I'll put it down here and change the size a little bit. And now what I'm going to do is configure this to go directly into your Mailing Boss autoresponder. But to do that, we need to get a little bit of information from Mailing Boss. So let's go ahead and jump into Mailing Boss. So as you can see, I'm in Mailing Boss. The first thing I need to do is find my list. So I'm going to go to Lists, and then I'm going to click the List button. And this shows me all of the lists that I have available in Mailing Boss. So right here is the list that I'm going to use. Right here is the subscription URL, and I need that to put into my contact form. So I'm just going to click Copy Link, and now I'm going to go back into my editor and paste that into the contact form. So here I am back in my editor, and I'm going to right-click here, and I'm going to go to Configure. And remember, this time, instead of going to the left-hand side, we're going to go to the right-hand side. So I'm going to click the right-hand side, and I'm going to click Edit. And in this area here where it says Action, I'm going to click in there, and I'm going to paste the subscription URL from Mailing Boss. And then the next step is to change the method to Post. Once I do that, I can click Confirm. And now it's set up so that when they subscribe, the information is going to go straight into Mailing Boss. I also want to change the order of the fields, so I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to go to Elements, and I want to put first name first, so I'm just going to click and drag it, and then email second. Now I need to go back to Mailing Boss, and I need to make sure that the name of these fields are exactly the same so that it can send the information from the form straight into the correct fields in your autoresponder. So I'm going to take a look at what the first name element is actually called. So to do that, I go all the way over to the right-hand side, and I click this little pencil. When I do that, I'm looking for the tag name. The tag name is fname, and it's really important that you remember that it's all in capitals with no spaces. That's very important because it has to be exactly the same in the form as it is right on Mailing Boss. So fname, all capitals. I'm going to click Confirm. And then for email, I'm going to click the pencil. And the tag is email, all capitals, no spaces. All right, so that's important information to remember. So let's jump into Mailing Boss and check our field names. So I'm back in Mailing Boss, and I'm going to go to the Overview icon. And right here is the Fields area. I'm going to click Fields, and these are the two fields that I'm looking for. The first one is name, and right there is the tag. And if you remember, the name in the opt-in form was fname. So we're going to have to change this to the correct tag. So I'm going to change it to fname. And then remember email, and the tag was email with all capitals. So now our tags are matching the fname and the email, and then we need to click Save Changes. And everything's been saved successfully. So now we have it set up so that when the customer enters the information in the opt-in form, it will go straight into the correct fields in Mailing Boss. So now that I've set everything up, I can click Confirm. And then remember, I can edit this, right click and go to Appearance. And I can go to the gear and style of button, and I can change the background color to purple. I'm also going to right click the form and go to Button and change the text to Register and Confirm. And remember to save all of my changes by clicking Save in the top right hand corner and then Save again. So that's how you configure your email marketing form and the two different ways that you can configure your contact forms in your opt-in pages for Builderall.